Britain's King Charles set out Prime Minister Keir Starmer's legislative agenda on Wednesday, promising a government of service focus on reviving the economy and tackling issues from an acute housing shortage to a cost of living crisis. In a ceremony full of pageantry before the audience of robed lords and lawmakers, King Charles read out the law the government is prioritizing after Starmer's centre-left Labour Party won a large majority at this month's election. The package of more than 35 bills will focus on growing the economy, reforming planned laws to make it easier to build homes, speeding up delivery of major infrastructure projects, improving transport, and creating jobs. And to unpack this, I am joined on the news by an international analyst, Olabode Oseni. Good evening, glad to have you join me.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Let me start by asking, how might Prime Minister Keir Starmer's legislative agenda, focusing on economic revivals and also addressing housing shortages and costs of living concerns, impact daily lives of citizens across the UK?
Thank you. Let's start by telling our viewers the structure of how things work here, the political landscape in the UK. There's a government of a party that has majority, and it has an automatic opposition. And when the people are complaining of a specific area of concern, the opposition take that into consideration. So that the Labour Party now won the election in the last July 4, and they put into consideration all the concerns of the people. They are now going to legislate on all what the people are complaining about. And those are the things that King Charles III, have read out in his inaugural speech. So the Labour will be looking at the many areas of housing, cost of livings, transportations, NHS, and many other things like that. So that is the area that the new government will focus on.
But then what are the implications of the proposed reforms to planning laws and also infrastructure projects in terms of improving community well-being and quality of life?
Yeah, luckily, again, because of the parliamentary system here, majority is crucial, is very important, that the party in power, as it is now, the Labour, they has enough majority to work with. They do not need to please anybody or to compromise some of their major area of legislations, so they can get things done outrightly without problems. So there shouldn't be any problem in tackling most of the area of people's concern, their worries, and it looks like it's going to be a smooth sail for them. There might be a time when certain things has to be debated by the opposition, and some of the members of the ruling political party might have a different opinion. But like I said, because of this substantial majority to pass the legislations, to pass their bills, there shouldn't be any problem that anyone can talk of now.
Okay, let's narrow down on King Charles, his role, King Charles's ceremonial role in presenting these legislative priorities. How does it reflect on the broader societal attitude towards monarchy, governance, and also public service in contemporary Britain?
The structure here, the way governance is carried out here, ordinarily the king, it used to be the queen. Now the queen is gone, is now the king. The king is the head of the government. Actually, it is his government. But the way things are done here, he will call on a party that has a majority in the House of Commons to form a government. This time again, we have Labour that wants a landslide. They had a big majority. So the king had called the leader of the Labour Party to come and form government. And in fact, all what well, like I told you before, all what the Labour Party is going to do to resolve issues outstanding, they will give it to the king. The king will now read them out to the joint sittings of the House of Commons and House of Lords. So he will spell out everything the party that won the election want to do to resolve the problem of the people. And that is what he has done.
Now let's talk a bit about job creation and also transportation improvement. Considering emphasis on jobs and also transportation in the UK, how might these initiatives contribute to fostering a more inclusive society, particularly in regions that have historically faced economic challenges?
Yeah, in the UK, there's many areas of concern. There are many areas of worry. There are many areas that are problematic to the people that they think the government is not doing enough. You talk about housing. Housing is a major problem in the UK. People say, well, roof over your head is very, very important. And hence, when there's not enough housing to go around, that is a problem. So that is also one of the main cardinal points or cardinal area that this government want to deal with. They want to build more housing, affordable properties for the ordinary people, especially for those who want to climb the ladder, to want to own their own property. The government is doing everything possible to make sure there are more than enough properties available, which has been a problem with the Conservative Party. There wasn't enough properties, and properties is skyrocketing in terms of people that have mortgages and so on and so forth. So this government wants to turn that around. They want to make a difference. They want to build more and more houses. I think they said about 1 million. I don't know how they're going to achieve that, but then again, it is not impossible. So that. And then there's another area that affects people easily, transportation. Transportation in this country is very expensive. Well, I must say, people like me, we enjoy a freedom pass for life. We have free transportation, and all children below the age of 16 also enjoy free transportation. But then the ordinary people, the people who are working, they spend a lot of money to sustain their transportation movements and so on and so forth. And these are also complaints that have been aired out to government. And Labour Party are now saying, okay, we're going to look into that. First thing first, we want to bring the ownership of the trains and railways and so on to the public. I mean, it was formerly privatized by John Major, so they want to change that course now. They want to, doing that, we effectively bring the cost of transportation, especially trains and so on, to a bearable level.
All right, thank you so much for your perspective on the news. Otumba Olabode Oseni, international analyst. Many thanks indeed for your insights.
Thank you very much for having me.